They're always asking me, why do I have so many cards, so many bank accounts? What do you do with all that money? So obviously, I have one for tax evasion and fraud. I have another one to finance local community of criminals. Then I have one to fund the Illuminati. Then, because I'm also a professional hitman, I have one account where I get paid. And then the worst of them all, you wouldn't believe it, I have one account to pay my bills and to buy groceries. Can you believe it? Hi guys, today maybe something very interesting. Today we are going to talk about all of my bank cards and my credit cards and so on. And what do we want to do? We want to see, why do I have so many cards? Because I have one steady job, I have my salary, and it's completely normal to have only one account. And let's be honest, you only need one account. That's the one that you will receive your salary. And then basically, using that account, you can do whatever you want. You can pay online, you can pay some kind of market or grocery store, doesn't matter. But if you want to make budgets and divide that money into separate, say, slots or pockets, then the only way to do it is to keep track how many money you have for each of those things. Let's say I need some money and I need to save some money for vacation, for a house repair or something like that. Then I need to track in the overall sum of money on my bank account how much of that money goes to which category and for what purpose. So the only way to do that is to have an Excel spreadsheet somewhere and then to keep track how many money I have and how much of it I have spent for each of those categories. That is why I decided, this is the one of biggest reason, the primary reason why I have decided to have different accounts and different credit cards and cards, just to make my life easier. So let's start with the most obvious one. Obviously, I will not show you the numbers and so on. It's not good. So this card is my main card, and I use it for my salary. So I work like a regular guy, as most of you are, and then at the end of the month I get paid on this account, and this card is the most important one, and it gives me access to this account. And this card, particularly this card, is the card that I don't even use. So it's very, very rarely, so very rare occasions that I use this card. I don't use it online, I don't pay with it in supermarkets, I don't pay it wherever I go when I travel, so I don't use that card. The only thing that I use this card is to top up every other card that I have. So when salary comes in, then I make my budgeting every month, and then I divide the money from the salary into different categories that are, let's say, governed by those different credit cards or bank cards or prepaid cards and so on. So that's why I have, and then I have separate control over each budget and each category. So that's the main reason why I have so many of them. And because I don't want to give any of my information of the main card that has my income, I don't use it to put any kind of numbers of the card on the internet for online payments, so I don't mess with that. So no, it's a big no-no. In very rare occasions, I will use this card to pay some. So this card gives me opportunity to get cash from the ATM if I need it. and to top up every other card that I have. So what are other cards? The other main card that I have, and I will show you, it is the Aircash card. So I have Aircash application. I don't know if you're familiar with Aircash. So it's a digital wallet. It's from Croatia, and it enables you to have up to 5 different prepaid MasterCards that are connected and related to your digital wallet that you have on your mobile phone. And I can show you this application. It's no problem. Let me just switch to mobile phone. So let's go here, not here, here. And this is the Aircash application. And you will see that I have 0.77 euros or 77 cents. And it gives me opportunity to receive money, to send money. And it has a lot of services attached. Like I can buy some, I don't know, codes or some coupons for online entertainment like online casinos, or buy some road tolls or something like that. I can pay my parking or get a bus card or bus ticket or ticket for ferry, or even buy insurance for the car, buy tickets and codes for prepaid SIM cards, buy some tickets for football games, PlayStation, credits, and so on. So this is what I use for my Aircash application. So basically what I do, I'll switch back. What I do is that I move all of my money, most of my money, let's not all, but let's say 90% of my money from my account, from that white card to Aircash. And then once it's in Aircash, I then use Aircash card to buy everything else and to top up everything else. One of the biggest reasons is that I don't want my bank to know what I'm spending my money on. Because whenever you're using your bank card that's tightly coupled with your bank account, whether it's your credit card or your debit card, so the first one, the white one, was a debit card, they are all tracking, the bank is tracking where are you spending your money. So you have bought your socks, you have bought ice cream, you have bought something for the car, and so on. And then they are basically creating some profile about you, who you are as a consumer, what you're interested in, what are your habits, and so on. And I don't want that. I don't want my bank to scan me at all. So what I do, I go and get all of my money. So my money comes in as a salary. I get all of my money out into Aircash, and then I divide from this Aircash, I divide into multiple streams. Also, this Aircash, because it's a prepaid card and it's a burner card, basically I use it when I travel. So if you somehow, I don't know, misuse this card or you lose your card, it's very simple to buy it. I believe it's €5 to buy a new one, and you can buy it on any gas station, on kiosk or whatever. You can buy it there. You can go to your mobile application. You can connect and relate this card with your app, and that's it. And basically that is it. So you can automatically freeze it. You can define your secret code. So it's totally under your control. And then when I travel and when I need a physical card, just to be sure and just to be with you straight, all of those cards that I will show you, and my bank cards and credit cards and prepaid cards, I have also the virtual versions of those cards within my Apple Pay wallet. And in most of the cases, in 99.9%, I use Apple Pay and those cards. And I don't use the physical ones, but also I have physical ones if I need them. So that's why I use the Aircash card. Also, the biggest thing that I do with Aircash card, so I top up every other card, I move all of my salary there, I buy maybe some, I use some services like parking and so on. I use it when I travel, like a burner card, so I have full control. And the biggest thing that I do with this card, I buy different assets when I invest. So I buy stocks, bonds, I buy crypto. All of the crypto that I buy, I am buying it with this card. So that's my Aircash card. If you want to use it, there is a referral link down below. You can check it out if you want to use Aircash. It's very good and it's very nice, and you should use it. So it's not like a Revolt, because Revolt is a bank. This is not a bank. This is a digital wallet and a digital currency. Okay, so just to be straight with you. So we have covered the two main ones. So the one where I get my paycheck, and the one that is I use to distribute all of my paycheck to other, let's say, categories and other things. The next biggest and most important one is this one. So this is a metal card. This is a Visa Crypto.com crypto card. And basically what I do with this card, I top it up on a monthly basis, and I use it to buy everyday groceries, things to buy food, and so on. And then someone will ask me, okay, Bernie, what the fuck? Why are you using this card, this crypto card, when you have this card, so X to your account, and then of course you have the one for Aircash that you can also use and wirelessly pay and so on the point of sale wherever you go. Why do you need this third one? So one of the biggest things is that this crypto card, it gives me opportunity to spend my crypto if I want. So this is one of the biggest things. The second thing is that I get crypto cashback when I pay with this card. So when I pay it, wherever I pay it, I get some percentage of this amount that I paid back, but in crypto. And I have been accumulating crypto for the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 years using this card. And it gives me different kinds of perks. Like it gives me a good interest rate if I want to do some kind of saving in stable coins, in crypto. It gives me full rebate on 100% rebate on Netflix, on Spotify in crypto. Also, it gives me possibility to access airport lounges when I'm traveling. But also, the biggest thing, as I said, I am in full control of my crypto. So when, let's say, I have crypto and I want to spend some of it, let's say it went up and I earned 1,000 euro. If I want to use that 1,000 euro, how you can use that and spend this 1,000 euro? So obviously, one of the most straightforward answers is to move to sell that Bitcoin or crypto, whatever, and move it from the exchange to your normal standard bank account. But then the bank oversees everything, is centralized and so on. Then bank immediately sees that something is pouring in into your account. So what is this? So where are you getting this money from? And so on and so forth. And I don't, because it's my money, I'm taking care of all of it, the taxes and all of it. I don't want no questions from my fucking bank. I don't like banks. Banks are nice and you should use it. They're, let's say, but I don't like those questions. And Where did you get that money from? Why, how, and so on. And why? Why should I do this transaction to move the crypto from some crypto exchange to the bank, and it takes 2 or 3 days for the transaction so that you can see the money on your bank account, when you can spend crypto directly and immediately using this crypto card. So if you have €1,000 of crypto, you can spend it directly using this card. And you also can, with some interest, of course, with some fee, you can go to the ATM and withdraw money, cash, if you want. So this is why I use this card. Then I have another card. When we are talking about crypto, I have this card. This card is not a bank card. This card is not for account. This card is actually a key, a hardware key that is used with my mobile, together with my mobile phone, and I tap it to my phone like this. And what it does, it unlocks my Tengen wallet that I have, where I keep all of my crypto. So I don't keep crypto on any centralized exchange. So I'm not keeping it on Binance, on Coinbase, on Bybit, on MetaMask. No, I have a hardware wallet that's exclusively on my phone. It's in blockchain, but I have access over my phone using this hardware key. And I also approve all of my transactions and validate all of my transactions when I buy crypto, when I transfer crypto, when I send crypto to someone using this key. So I cannot do anything with the crypto in my wallet without this card. So every transaction has to be approved and validated by tapping with this card, together with additional security like passwords, face recognition, and so on. That's why I have this card. And be sure to go to the previous episodes and to see that when I said you should never keep your crypto on centralized exchange, you should always keep them in your own hardware wallet. Exchanges are not your friends, they are your business partners. They can go bust, they can capitulate, they can, I don't know, they can go broke. And what then? Where are you then? So be smart, exchange your crypto and move it to your wallet. And then you have full custody and full control of your crypto assets. Then, obviously, I have one card that's from my bank, and it's a credit card, but it's a charge credit card. So all of the expenses that I make on this card over the month, they are all paid at once at the beginning of the next month. So what am I using this for? So I'm using this for several reasons. First of all, if I have some unexpected expense, something that I have to buy and I didn't put some money aside and I have to buy it now, I don't know, something broke, God forbid someone has to go to the hospital or something like this, and I don't have money now. So I didn't save any money for this occasion, so I don't have any pocket, any budget to spend. This card gives me the opportunity to postpone, let's say, the payment until next month, but only if I'm sure that I can repay it all back next month. Of course, there are some examples when on this card they give me up to 3 installments to pay for some purchase, but in most of the cases I have to pay it all at once at the beginning of the next month. So if I'm sure that I will have enough money next month, then I can, let's say, postpone payment to next month. That's what I'm using this for. I'm also using this for when you have to do when you have to get rent a car or something like that, or when you're traveling abroad and then they don't, let's say, accept anything else except credit cards rent a car, they only accept credit cards. So that's why if I want to use those kind of services, or I want to travel in the US, let's say in the US everything is using credit cards, that's why I have a credit card. One of the main reasons why I decided to get this card was my trip to America, to the US. So that's why I have this card. So it's a credit card, it's a charge card. Then I have a completely different card. It's called a Go card. It's a card from my bank. And what I use it for, it's let's say similar to the previous one, to the silver one. It's also credit card, but everything that I pay is divided into 36 installments. So it's divided, and I have some fee and some percentage, some rate I have to pay on top of my purchase. So I don't know how, maybe it's 2, 3, 4, 5% on top of my purchase that I have to pay to the bank to use this card. So this is maybe the real credit card. So this is credit, where you have this fee that you have to pay to the bank. And what I use it for, I use it for similar thing as this one, so the charge card, but the main difference is that I have to repay things in 36 months. So, and for this one I have to repay it at all of my expenses at the beginning of the next month. So if I don't have, and I know I will not have enough money at the beginning of next month to pay this purchases, then I will use this card, because it will be easier for me to repay it back over, I don't know, 6 months, 12 months, 36 months. So this is for maybe bigger payments. Let's say I want to buy something around, I'm doing something around the house, I'm renovating my house, or I'm renovating my fence or something like that. I have to buy some aluminum fence, and it's 5,000 euro, and I have 5,000 euro now, but I have to buy it now because there is a good deal. In next month it will be 10,000, and I need to buy it now, and I don't have that kind of money, and that's why I have this card. So, but you understand what's the picture, what's the main picture. And then at the end I have this one. This is business card. It's related with my business, with my company, and I use it only to make business related expenses. So when I'm traveling, hotels, I don't know, plane tickets, cotization and such things. That's why, so something that is strictly related with business and it can be justified as business use and business related, then I use this card. And also at the end I have Revolut. I believe that you all know what Revolut is. So the difference between Aircash and Revolut is that Revolut is a bank and Aircash is a digital wallet, digital currency. But I didn't have Revolut till, I don't know, last week. And why I decided to open Revolut, there are few main reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that it's a global company and it's widespread, and they have a very big fan and customer base. And when we are collecting some money as a group, let's say in our company, we want to buy someone a present, or we are collecting for some, I don't know, team buildings or something like that, then we want to collect money and send money to each other. And the best way to do it and the fastest way to do it is by using Revolut, because many of them, they have Revolut and they don't have Aircash. That's why we are using Revolut. So this is one of the biggest reason. And for me, the biggest reason why I'm using Revolut, and I will show you now, I'll go here. So I will go to finance, I will go to Revolut, and now you will see today I have €0 on my account, my main account, but what Revolut gives you the opportunity to make budgets like pockets, so that you are collecting money and putting aside money for specific things that you decide on, for what things you are, let's say, saving. So that's why I have holidays. So I'm saving. Till now I saved €600. So you can make a limit. So I want to save up to, I don't know, €1,500 for holidays. Then I have for my house expenses, for repairments and so on, I have currently €0. Then it's called message in GJ, but it means for different kinds of things like haircuts or going to grab some, I don't know, for coffee, ice cream and so on. I use this budget or this pocket. And then at the end, I have some savings, which gives me some kind of interest rate. And that's why I decided to put money aside here. So it's very easy and very nice for me to keep track of my spending and how much I saved for different categories that I decided to save for. So it gives me this freedom. On Aircash, I cannot do it. On my bank account, it's all mixed up in one total sum. So I don't know how much money inside I have for holidays, for this, for that. And here I have these pockets, and it's all divided in these categories, so I can easily manage my money and see how much money I have saved up for something. And then at the end, what gives me this Revolut gives me here the opportunity to link a card, meaning that when I have my card, my Revolut card, I can link it with specific pocket, and then I spend money only from that pocket at some certain I don't know, at occasion. So I'm now going to the barbers and so on. Then I decided to relate, and you can see it here, linked card gray. I linked my gray card, my Revolut gray card, and when I spend my money, I will spend it from this pocket. So I have full control over my expenses, my pockets, and the money that I have saved up for specific things. That's why I have Revolt, and also I have Revolt for the reasons that Revolt gives the opportunity to buy and sell crypto, and it gives you a card, a Revolut card, that you can spend crypto directly. While using this card, crypto.com, you have to sell your crypto first, then top up this card with the crypto, and then you can make some kind of purchases online and so on in the supermarkets. While using Revolut card, Revolut crypto card, you can directly convert when you are paying your crypto at that moment to the fiat currency that you want. Is it dollars, euros, and so on. So it gives you completely freedom that you don't have to sell beforehand your crypto and then top up the card. You can directly spend your crypto that you have on your Revolut crypto account. That is it, guys. Now you know why I'm using so much cards. I said one main to get my money. I have one to buy my investments, to travel, and to top up everything else, to buy crypto and so on. I have one for groceries, to get crypto cashback and to have launch access and to spend crypto. I have credit card to postpone some expenses and some purchases to the next month. And because I have to have one credit card, I have one credit card for big purchases if I want to divide these big purchase into installments, so I can pay it in 6 or 12 installments. on monthly basis. Then I have my business card, then I have my card to access my wallet, crypto wallet, and then at the end I have Revolut to send money to other people, to collect money and with other people for some reasons, and then to budget myself and to save for certain occasions, for specific things that I want to save money for, and to spend crypto directly. That is it, guys. Do you think that I have too many cards? Please share, like, subscribe, and write me down in the comments. What do you think? Do I need more cards, less cards? Do you have any other card that I don't know about and I should have? Why? Please write. I'm so boring, I know, but what can you do? Bye.